Hey guys, this is my first attempt of many. Actually, it's probably take three, but anyway, I want to start building a database of videos for examples on how to do things to try to help people with training. So I'm using you guys as a guinea pig or test example. So yesterday, when we did our bit of training, you guys gave me a scenario that kind of put me back a minute, and I had to kind of think about it, how to figure it out. So this is what we're talking about. We're going to create a song with sort of, I don't know what to call it, but kind of uneven um, percentages between the writers and publishers. So in this example, we have a 25% for each publisher, which totals 50. And if you total up all the writers' percentages, it's 50. So it's a 50-50 split, which seems normal. But what makes it different is that the Blue Image gets a 25, but the total writers' percentage is a 31.25%. And then over here is 25, and the writers only get 18%. And in Simply Royalties, you have to be able to connect the writers and publishers, and that's for registering purposes, and really specifically for the Common Works Registry or CWR, that makes it easier by linking writers and publishers by their shares, and also tells what publisher goes to what writer. So I'm going to show you how I figured this one out. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're adding the publisher Blue Image twice by adding the two writers. We're going to split the 25% between the two writers and then add it. And then this one is just straightforward, one writer, one publisher, but we're still having kind of an odd number. So we're going to enter all this in into the song. So yesterday, I think we may have started, so you just want to make sure everything is cleared out. So we're going to click and hit delete, and then hit delete again. That should clear it out, and it should have deleted all the publishers down here, but if it doesn't, you can just hit delete publisher and it'll delete that one out too. So we want to start clean to be able to do it the way I've got it set up. So the first one is easy, it's straightforward. We're going to add this guy right here first. Gene, select, and then this is his 25%. So Gene gets 12.5, and we're using 12.5 of the publisher share to connect it. It all makes sense once you see it all together, that the whole 50% for that publisher will get in there. So we're going to save this, and this part down here we can ignore because it's just trying to set up defaults, and we'll have to talk more about that later, but you can ignore this for now and then hit save, and it's going to bring us up into our songwriter screen here with the publisher down here. So then we still need to do some more editing because, again, we don't want the way that it's set up. Make sure that the calculate using default is unchecked. Most of the time you're going to come in, it'll probably be checked, so just uncheck that, because elsewise it'll keep saving it the way it looks right now. Because this one's straightforward, and they're basically they are both getting 12.5 and 12.5. We're going to click the split between all, and it does it for us, so we don't have to do any extra typing. And we're going to hit save and then exit out of this one. So then if we look at our screen that shows us everything, we can see that this publisher and writer are both getting 12.5, 12.5, and it's a total of 25%. So we're going to add our next Blue Image writer, which is Edward, here, and then select. And in this case, the total for this one is we're doing 12.5 plus 18.75, so it's going to be a 31.25 percentage total, because we're going to divvy it up still, so it's 1.25. And then we'll save it again, ignoring this, save, and we come back into here, we'll double click again, and this time it's not 50-50, so we make sure we're still not calculating these default, make sure that's unchecked. The publisher share is going to be 12.5 for the remaining 12.5 that was for that's total 25%. We're going to cut and paste and make our lives easy here. And then the writer share is 18.75, And then we're going to cut and paste again. And then we'll save it. And then we'll close this one again. And then let's look at our license. And so right now we've got this publisher in there twice, but he's got 12.5, totaling his 25%, and then both writers have their share of the pie, which everything should have came out to 56.25 for their total. So now we just need to add in our non-controlled publisher and go back to adding writer splits, and we're going to find sorry, sure I'm saying that wrong, so I'm sorry. So we select that writer, and then it automatically brings up the remaining, each time you come in here, it brings up the remaining amount that you have left to distribute, which totals the exact amount that we're hoping for, because we're going to be putting 43.75, and we're going to split it up this way once we get there. And so we're going to save this and go back into here, and it's not a straight split again, but we still want to make sure that's not checked. And then the publisher share is going to be a total of 25, and cut and paste. And then the publisher is, or excuse me, the writer is going to be 18.75, and then we can cut and paste again. And save it. And then we close this. Go back to our license share, and we'll make it big so we can see it. And there we have 100%. And everything is distributed to the correct publishers, and I've already tested it in the CWR, and it works perfectly. So so that's it. This is our weird example, and I'm gonna hopefully send this to you and see how it goes. Thanks.